Speaking of Democrats, not all Democrats were setting the funeral for Joe Biden. There was the guy that we talked about earlier, Gavin Newsom, who has been a phenomenal surrogate. And immediately after the debate was over, he was asked about the performance. Alex Wagner was interviewing him, and Alex Wagner was almost having the "this is over, what are you going to do about the funeral" sort of question. And you could see as she's trying to ask the question, you could see Gavin Newsom is almost chomping at the bit, like, all right, shut up with your stupid questions.
Yeah, I'm ready.
It doesn't matter what you have to say. I already know my
He's
answer.
like, tag me in.
Yep, that's exactly right.
Kamala. They were both like, okay, let's go.
100%. So here's
Josh
Gavin
Shapiro.
Newsom's. Yes, they were. Here's Gavin Newsom's response.
They're getting a chorus of questions about whether Biden should step down. There is panic that has set in. There is panic that has set in among people who have watched this debate, who are Democrats, people who are strategists, and some even inside Democratic campaigns. Do you think it's unfounded?
Well, I think it's unhelpful, and I think it's unnecessary. We've got to go in and got to keep our heads high. And as I say, we've got to have the back of this president. You don't turn your back because of one performance. What kind of party does that? It's been a masterclass. 15.6 million jobs. That's 8 times more than the last 3 Republican presidents combined. The only thing the last 3 Republican presidents have in common is recessions. Democrats deliver. This president has delivered. We need to deliver for him at this moment. With all due respect, the more time we start having these conversations, go down these rabbit holes, it's unhelpful to our democracy, the fate and future of this country, the world. They need us right now to step up, and that's exactly what I intend to do.
Excellent. I mean,
thank you. That just to talk about replacing him is like, I'm telling you, they did a poll because they were talking about replacing him. They're like, well, that's what fast. Like, what's his face had his whole board. As lovely as Newsom is, no one knows him except for the people steeped in politics. So if you put someone like that out there, people aren't going to vote. Biden has name recognition. Like, you can't just pop someone up there like, what's more? This again. What the hell is this, right? It's not enough time for people to get familiar with anyone new right now. That is a pipe dream. If Biden is in the bed in a coma, get the fuck out and vote, because that's what Republicans would do.
Yeah, and that's a point I've made many times with people. I said, people would always be like, you like Biden? Biden is old and senile. First of all, he's not senile. You guys are just buying into a narrative that just isn't true. But here's the deal. Let's say he was senile. I absolutely promise you, if it were a brain dead hippopotamus running against Donald Trump, I'm voting for the hippo. It doesn't matter who it is, because if the hippo has the same policies as Joe Biden does, then the hippo is my favorite candidate. I don't care how he sounds in the debate. I don't care what he looks like. None of that. I don't care how old he is. None of that matters to me.
Right. And the other piece is that not only are you voting for a president, you're voting for his administration.
Right.
You know that Biden has the best of the best of the best working for him, his vice president, people he's appointed, people in the West Wing. You know he's got the best of the Secretary of Defense. All of these guys working to get hostages home, working so that Ukraine and Russia doesn't spill into friggin' Poland. Like, they're working. So it's not, Biden's not out here doing all of this stuff single-handedly. That's not what his job is, right? Trump gets in there. He's gonna, all of his administration from the last time are in jail or indicted. Like,
right. Or the ones who left are not endorsing him.
Exactly. Like, you have to think better than that. This is bigger than Biden.
All right. You got him. Good girl. You got him.
Yeah, it's bigger than Biden.
Yeah.
It's about our freedom.
Yeah. There's no question about it, which actually leads a little bit more into the not so bad stuff. So,
yeah, he will golf more.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Joe Biden had a perfect opportunity to hit him when he started bragging about golf. Instead of
He should've.
challenging him, he should have said, of
Yep.
course you're better at golf because you fucking played every day while you were working.
You know
I'm
what?
working.
You know what? I don't think Biden, we forget Biden's busy being the president.
Right.
So all of the things that we know about Trump and what Trump has done, he probably doesn't know. He's probably doesn't even know Trump golfed more than 300
Right.
days. He
Right.
probably doesn't know those little things about Trump, right? Because why would he know?
Yeah.
He's not
No.
studying Trump like we are. He's
Yeah.
not, he's not controlling his Twitter.
Yeah.
Not
Well,
Biden.
we had another surrogate too, because I know a lot of people instantly after that were like, boy, oh boy, you know what's going to happen is there's going to have to be a very tough conversation with Joe Biden, and maybe somebody like Barack Obama is just going to have to sit down with them and give them a talk. Well, Barack Obama today was on Twitter, and this is what he put on Twitter. He wrote, bad debate nights happen. Trust me, I know. But this election is still a choice between someone who has fought for ordinary folks his entire life and someone who only cares about himself. Between someone who tells the truth, who knows right from wrong, and will give it to the American people straight, and someone who lies through his teeth for his own benefit. Last night did not change that, and it's why so much is at stake in November. So anybody who is of the mindset that Barack Obama is going to walk into Joe Biden and say, buddy, I think you might need to move on, doesn't look like that's going to happen. He made it clear. Bill Clinton also tweeted out something similar today as well. So I see a rally as well. I mean, I know there are a lot of people talking about the Democrats and that, they're going to have these secret meetings. First of all, there's only one person that's going to make the decision as to whether or not they're going to be president or not be president or run for president. And that's Joe Biden. The Democratic Party is not going to force him out. That is not happening. That is a fantasy if you actually believe that is something like that is going to happen. It's not going to happen.